Hello, mashup people and dogs. I don't know if dogs can make mashups, but you know it's entirely possible at this point. Um, this is William Maranci, the CEO of Cursed Mashups, and we are looking at looks like 6 mashups today. That's honestly in the history of the mashup review that I host. 5 or 6 has been the average. It is more than usual because I don't know, things have been a little more chill as of late. But you know, it's all good, and we're gonna have a good time, and yeah, it's gonna be very swaggy and crumply. All right, first mashup is from Cyan Dino. Is cyan's like a type of cyan like a blue? I don't.
My basement.
Yeah.
Gonna show you my beautiful basement.
I actually, it's like a light bluish green, like
It's too much. I'll turn on the light bulb on the wire. Turn on the dehumidifier.
Yeah, it's this.
When I flick this next switch, look you
So,
in the eye and
are there
I
any
say,
dinosaurs
check
that look like
this.
that?
My trains,
Any dinosaurs with that kind of tint,
I got small ones.
type of scale? I don't know. I mean, I wasn't around to see dinosaurs around.
It's like magic.
We were around to see Cyan Dino with the mashup My Stuff, Lemon Demon and Limp Biscuit, Lemon Biscuit. Wait, wouldn't a lemon biscuit just be a lemon scone? Alright, without further ado. Wait a minute. Is this actually was this playing? Why am I not getting any audio? I can't hear it myself. That is a little weird. I'm guessing you all can hear it, but I can't. That's a little weird. It's a little sus. Oh, wait a minute. I literally put my headphone. I had the wrong output. I was having some tech troubles earlier today, and I accidentally messed up. I accidentally had my Focusrite slightly unplugged, and I was like, "What? Why isn't my mic working?" But now I know. Okay, my bad. All right, here we go. My Stuff, Lemon Demon and Limp Biscuit.
My basement, gonna show you my beautiful basement. Where the concrete floor is cool to the touch. I turn the heat if it's too much. I turn on the light bulb on the wire. Turn on the dehumidifier. I'm serious. When I flick this next switch, look you in the eye and I say, check this. My trains, my trains, I got small ones, tiny little trains. I got down here just to get away. My trains. It's like magic trains. I wish these trains could take me away.
Okay, I was waiting for that.
The model railroad club. Motherfucker said shit about my trains. Might as well have took a shit on my brain, cause I went insane. I laid track on his ass with a styrofoam bat, but the president never did let me back after that shit. I said fuck you, who the fuck needs a punk ass choo-choo crew? Anywho, it's all about the he said, she said bullshit. I think you better quit talking that shit. So come and get my trains, my trains,
It's kind of a fake out there. I like that.
tiny little trains come down here just to get away. My trains, they're like magic trains. I wish these trains could take me away. I lie here every night. I feel like if I focus and think of getting smaller, I'll gradually get smaller. And if I get small enough, my trains will seem much bigger. And I'll be the conductor, the the tiniest conductor. Oh! Then what you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Then what you gonna do? What you gonna do then, huh? What you gonna do?
Yeah, Break Trains I think would be a more fitting title, but
What you gonna do when I fucking smell like 1 inch tall? You won't see me coming around when I crawl. But your ear never met that. You heard me right, motherfucker. Sleep tight. And you think I'm just another bad dream. And I'm a tiny little man in your bloodstream. Little hands holding an artery shut. Yeah, that's right, motherfucker. Then what?
My trains, I got smaller ones, tiny little trains. Come down here just to get away. My trains, it's like magic trains. I wish these trains could take me away.
nice. All right, so that was My Trains, Lemon Demon and Limp Bizkit. Lemon Biscuit, with My Trains or My Stuff / Break Trains. Cool. So yeah, I mean, like there is overlap. I could tell you probably thought of this from the it's just one of those days feeling like a freight train. Like, I don't know, that line, and then like, you know, one of Neil Ciceriga's songs about public transportation. I guess it could be private trains. I don't know. But yeah, it sounded like a Primus song a little bit. Like, I don't know, like the funk metal, new metal instrumental, but I mean, just like the more like cartoony vocals, like it definitely reminded me of like Primus or Faith No More or something that Limp Bizkit would be influenced by from like the like, you know, like early 90s, late 80s funk metal movement. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, it sounded like something that could have come out like in the early 90s and would have totally slapped. Two minor critiques. I think there is an instrumental of Break Stuff somewhere. That's like, I think studio quality. I think you used one that might have been like a DIY instrumental, but I think this would have benefited from a like a non-DIY instrumental, because I think there is one out there. When there isn't a DIY instrumental, yeah, if there isn't one, I am okay with like a little bit of, you know, just phase cancellation weirdness. But I do think that it probably would have made this mashup sound a little beefier. I think the vocals could have been a little bit more consistent in volume too. Most of the time it was really good sounding, but definitely like maybe throw a limiter on those vocals and like make the volume like a little bit more consistent throughout. But yeah, I mean, I think this is actually a really good mashup, and yeah, it kind of reminds me of Primus. Okay. So next up, Cyrus. Miley Cyrus. We got Linkin Park and Pendulum. I was supposed to review this 2 weeks ago, but I was a dummy and forgot. But, you know, sometimes we're just dummies, and that's the way it is. All right, Linkin Park and Pendulum. A Place for My Head / Set Me on Fire. What's up, Totem?
Watch how the moon sits in the sky on a dark night, shining with the light from the sun. The sun doesn't give light to the moon, assuming the moon's gonna owe it one. It makes me think of how you act to me. You do favors there rapidly. You just turn around and start asking me about things that you want back from me. I'm sick of the tension, sick of the hunger, sick of you acting like I owe you this. Find another place to feed your greed while I find a place to rest. I'm sick of the tension, sick of the hunger, sick of you acting like I owe you this. Find another place to feed your greed while I find a place to rest. I wanna be in another place. I hate when you say you don't understand. I wanna be in the energy, not with the enemy I place on my head. I wanna be in another place. I hate when you say you don't understand. I wanna be in the energy, not with the enemy I place on my head. Maybe someday I'll be just like you and step on people like you do and run away all the people I thought I knew. I remember back then who you were. You used to be calm, used to be strong, used to be generous, but you should have known that you wear out your welcome and now you see how quiet it is all alone. I'm so sick of the tension, sick of the hunger, sick of you acting like I owe you this. Find another place to feed your greed while I find a place to rest. I'm so sick of the tension, sick of the hunger, sick of you acting like I owe you this. Find another place to feed your greed while I find a place to rest. I wanna be in another place. I hate when you say you don't understand. I wanna be in the energy, not with the enemy I place on my head. I wanna be in another place. I hate when you say you don't understand. I wanna be in the energy, not with the enemy I place on my head. I wanna I'm sick.
Wow. So, unless we have some little... Okay. So that was Linkin Park and Pendulum, A Place for My Head, and Set Me on Fire. Yeah, it sounded like a track that Linkin Park could have written in like the A Thousand Suns Living Things era, even though I know that A Place for My Head is from Hybrid Theory. Yeah, it had like a really interesting use of like this had really good use of stems. The filter on the vocals at certain points was really cool. And like the looping of certain vocal lines from the Linkin Park songs, great. Yeah, I mean definitely more Living Things. I mean, there were a few songs. I don't know. A Thousand Suns was definitely a little bit more like. There was definitely this. I don't know. Rhythmically, this does sound more like a Living Things track. The tracks like that were at this like. It's also like a little more chill. Like some of the more like songs at this tempo from A Thousand Suns were a little bit heavier and intense. Yeah, this I don't know. It definitely. It definitely reminds me of like that era of Linkin Park, like early to mid 2010s, maybe before Hunting Party. I think that the Mike Shinoda's rapping vocals at certain points were a little bit inconsistent in volume. I think this is another mashup where maybe if you limited the vocals or made the volume more consistent throughout, I think it would have made more sense. But I don't know, very creative use of stems and vocal stems and all that. Definitely, like I was kind of tuning out during parts of it because it just sounded good. So that's always a good sign for a mashup is if like, if you just kind of, are just drifting off and just like listening and thinking like this sounds like a legitimate song, then, you're doing something right. So yeah, this is good. Rev Dragon, Still Warriors, Lamb of God, and Disturbed. Oh man. We got two bands that like everyone in early high school that I went to high school with was listening to. This is definitely a vibe. Just from seeing these two artists in the same mashup. Let's check it out. Oh, Metal on Metal. Yeah, there's definitely a few out of key notes in the chorus. Oh yeah, Gladalord, that is a good point. I thought this was a Hunter mashup when it first kicked in. I was like, Hunter mashup? Yeah, there are parts that are a little bit off tempo, like, especially, like, I actually haven't heard the original, either original, but I know that, it did sound a little bit awkward, transitioning into this part from the part before. The stretching of the vocals is interesting. Almost turns into like, almost gives like a slight cyber grind vibe from like the weird vocal processing. Yeah, it's a little out of key. The verses are good on this mashup, though, as far as I know. Like, I don't know either original, but it sounds fine. Yeah. If I knew the original, I'd probably agree. But I know that the chorus is out of key. So I will say that yeah, there's definitely, I do think that I can, like, I looked at the description. I always felt David's vocals never fit disturbed instrumentals, and he always works much better with mashups. That is 1000% true. But yeah, I do think that could use a little bit more work with like the key on the chorus. I don't actually know, like, I would need to listen to both originals to see like what the key of the disturbed song is specifically, but the melody didn't work with the chords from the Lamb of God chorus. I will say I will take Gladilord's word for it with the verses of the disturbed song being out of tempo. Like in terms of like with the original disturbed song, the way like the rhythms were phrased and all that. It sounded fine on this mashup, but it might have been different than was intended. I do wish the vocals were a little bit more consistent in volume. Like, it was a little, like, there were definitely gaps between the loudest and softest like vocal lines and vocal phrases that definitely could have been like squashed at least a little bit or made a little bit more consistent. The only part that definitely sounded out of tempo to someone who has heard neither song was the part that went into the bridge. There was something that didn't sound quite right about it. But I will say overall the vocal mix is pretty solid, and it doesn't actually sound that it doesn't like sound that bad on the verses. Like it sounded fine to me, the verses, but the chorus could have used a little work, but I don't know, I still don't mind it. All right, next up we have Wave Sunray, Fatboy Slim, and 9 Inch Nails. Oh my god. Oh no. I already know where this one's going. Great. Oh. Okay, this Photoshop. No.
We've come a long, long way together, through the hard times and the good. I have to celebrate you, baby. I have to praise you like I should.
You let me violate you. You let me desecrate you. You let me penetrate you. You let me complicate myself. You let me violate you. You let me desecrate you. You let me penetrate you.
Imagine caring about Eurovision.
You let me complicate you.
I don't really.
Turn out my reason. See sex I can smell. You make me perfect. Help me become somebody else. I wanna fuck you like an animal. I wanna feel you from the inside.
That is true, a lot of ways.
I have to celebrate you, baby. I have to praise you like I
That warped piano is doing stuff to me right now. Wow. Yeah, that was extremely cursed, but I enjoyed pretty much every second of it. I like to start with prose because it is mostly prose here. The two songs basically were like they're in a very similar like key. Yeah, I don't know, like Closer is like kind of one of those songs that like they're both in basically the same key in a big way, like, and I mean Closer is like notoriously can be like put over pretty much any like I don't know funk type song. I liked some of the creative panning a lot. I liked the use of stems, and some of the weird like there were some weird vocal effects that you added that were really interesting and scary sounding. But I think my favorite detail in this entire mashup is right here. Just the way you had the that looped vocal like going on like the looped and you just had it going on I don't know for how long, like maybe 30 seconds or something, longer than the original Fatboy Slim song had it. And I don't know, for some reason that just kind of threw me off in the best way possible. Downsides, there were a few parts that were a little bit rhythmically clunky. Like when the Fatboy Slim vocals came in at the very beginning, I was put off a little bit. But overall, I thought rhythmically it was pretty good. Some of the panning was really cool, but I think some of the vocals jumped out a little bit too much. Like sometimes, like Trent would come, I guess, a little too close. No pun intended. Pun kind of intended. He'd just come a little bit too close to you, and it would just, I don't know, it would be a little too loud. Like, I do wonder, like, how this would sound, like, if it were played in, like, some kind of place with, like, good surround sound or something. I feel like it would sound absolutely terrifying. But yeah, overall, this was very creative, very fun. Oh, the Fatboy Slim track is off itself. I didn't, if so, I didn't notice, when I heard the Fatboy Slim track. Where is it? I'm actually going to check the yeah, is it like, I might have misremembered it. Let's see.
We've come along.
You're right. How did I not pick up on that? Oh man. That was how it. Oh my god. Okay, then how did I misremember that? I'm shocked. So yeah, I mean, disregard that. I mean, I didn't realize that. Like, I mean, I guess I haven't heard that song in like a few years, but wow. Yeah, that definitely a Mandela moment right there for sure. Oh my god. It's like what is it? That Sinbad movie? Most famous DJ ever doesn't beat match properly. I love it. I love it. But yeah, I mean, overall this is really good. So good job. Wow. That mandatory aux chord band mashup of the week. All right. Eminem versus Bishu. Oh no. Oh god. Fack like a medieval. Just like, what? Bishu medieval Mumbaton. Huh. Well, it has Fack in it, so that's basically already a guaranteed cursed mashup. And I'm pretty sure that's Eminem from the Godzilla video. Oh god. Let's go.
Condom on my dick, of course it is. This bitch don't know what abortion is, so I can't comment her. Fucks like a porn star, looks like dinner. Fuck, I'm gonna come, I think my rubber's coming off, but oh, it's so fucking wet and soft. Fuck, I'm gonna start letting off. I'm squirting and she's not getting off, but she's on top. I'm gonna fucking, oh god, I don't know, do that, don't stop. Stop, don't, I don't mean don't stop. Oh, wait a minute, oh, fuck, I'm gonna fucking kill.
Coitus.
You're so fucking hot. Oh my god, what a fucking fact. No, not fuck. I said fact. F-A-C-K, F-A-C-K. Fact, freak me. Oh yeah, girl, see, baby, they call me Mr. Freaky. Let's call your sister three-way. Have some threesome, me so lonely. You're such a fucking babe. I wanna go down on you. Fact, you shit. Oh goddamn, here I go again. I'm gonna kill my name. okay, I'm done. I already came twice. You ain't gonna make me come. I'm all out of gas, not so fast. Your finger just went in my ass. That hurts. Take it out now. Oh, wait a minute now. Put it back in. This don't mean I'm gay. I don't like men. I like boobs. Now see that gerbil? Grab that tube, shove it up my butt. Let that little rascal nibble on my asshole. Yeah, right there. I'm coming out, yeah. Back, I just came again. Okay, pull it out now. Oh, fuck yeah. Wait, he's not out. He's still crawling around up there. Ow, back. I think it's stuck. Ow, but it feels so fucking good. Shove a dribble in your ass, do it too. Shove a dribble in your ass, do it too. Shove a dribble in your ass, do it too. Shove a dribble in your ass, do it too. Ew, 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 ew.
No, I'm not. I don't think I am. Am I? I don't think I'm muted, right? No, I just wasn't. I don't know. I just wasn't talking. I don't know. Maybe I'm just a little quiet. I can turn myself up a little bit, I guess. Ooh, thoughts on that mashup, whatever that was. It's hilarious. Definitely. I mean, Eminem, I will say, like, some of his instrumentals, like the instrumental for The Real Slim Shady, sounds like some weird, like, medieval shit. So, stranger combinations like that have happened. I will also say that using the song Fack in a mashup and calling it, like, a cringy mashup or, like, a cursed mashup, it's kind of cheating. That song's a cheat code for cursed mashups. Like, you can't make something that isn't cursed with Fack. So you kind of set yourself up to just, knock it out of the park in terms of cringe. It was hilarious though. Very funny. And yeah, I mean it's weird and and I heard like some of the vocals from the Bishu part of the track, and it actually made some. It actually had overlap with Fack in terms of like the content of just like the lyrics. It definitely strikes me as a mashup that. I wonder how it sounds in 144p. Let's check it out. It definitely gives me vibes that it's like it kind of seems like it could be played in the same way that like what is that? Crank That Soulja Boy in low quality. It I don't know, like it's already at like 480p, which is somewhat low quality for audio, but I think it actually kind of adds to like the cursed charm of it. Yeah, it kind of reminds me of this. Or where's the yeah, this is it. That's like basically you just made the mashup equivalent to Patrick cranking that Soulja Boy in low quality. And yeah, I love it. Great. I actually did really like that mashup. Very cursed. Actually, how high can you make the quality? Oh my god. All right. Finally we got Hey Cyrus, we already reviewed your mashup unfortunately. It was really good. I liked it and I thought it was very creative and the vocal looping was great. I will what's up teleputer? So you can yeah, I mean I'll post it to YouTube when the review is done. All right, so finally we got Jake McGiggles. Yeah, I am reviewing mashups. Finally we got Jake McGiggles, Brain Stew, and Coffee by Aesop Rock. We don't need no walkie talkies. No walkie talkies. That song over Brain Stew. Let's do it.
We don't need no walkie-talkies, no walkie-talkies. We don't need your car from went off in the morning coffee, no. We don't need no walkie-talkies, no walkie-talkies. We just want our hermitry to stay and our coffee to go. And the last shall be first to immerse in a pass out heat, facing him up with a moxie melt till he woke up drowning in tchotchke hell. More in a cave with a torch on the wall than a window arrangement of porcelain dolls on a brand new day. Saw what he saw, property owners who crawl on the wall with a bad toupee and a face like he authored the law, pace like he mourning a loss. Right hand on a can
This
of worms.
is this Linkin Park? This is Linkin Park. Come on.
But a model of mercy and might no way. Marionette will clap and obey. Dude, look, all that noise, call that flight of the water boys. Meet and greet and they all slept five. Cheek to cheek when they colonize. And a grown ass man shall abide as he wish. Walk that path with a diamond and stick. Walk that path with a diamond and wine. Walk that path to the firing line. Just walk. Pay no mind to the new recruit with the Plato's spine. Two friends from opposite ends. Wait to the kid, don't hop on the fence. Play to the radius far and away. Orbit wide, don't park in the space. One little martyr will talk in the space. Make one little weatherman sharpen up the blade. We don't need no walkie-talkies, no walkie-talkies. We don't need your car from went off in the morning coffee, no. We don't need no walkie-talkies, no walkie-talkies. We just want our hermitry to stay and our coffee to go. And the last shall be first to the curb at the mad cow meet, facing the bars of a regular cell when he woke up high in collectible hell. Boomtown kid who was taught by the binge that a man who inspired with the most shit win. That's warpy American nonsense penned by the rich, not a routine framed in a pinch. Still not used to the stash of throws off, otherwise loose to the vents. In the case the afraid observer, got a pro kid box full of lamest terms. It goes A, peace, pray for the plague, nature releasing capacious rains. But just cause I don't want to war with you, don't mean go warm up the barbecue. I'm like pardon you, sort of limit. My high noon is a quick little minute. I don't want to spend it sitting with a critic who simply isn't gonna ever really get it. This HQ is alive and alone. No driveway, no sign of a home. No downtown, no line for the phone. No world's tiny is violent song, and I might just lie to a more. Lie in the morgue with a deep breath, hiding aboard. Fighting a smile, highly annoyed when the timing is right. I will rise and record. Call for the monster beats and blockhead got animal drums like he Dr. Teeth. It goes red like green like 1, 2, 3. One large coffee, fuck you, peace.
Yeah, I was hearing a little bit of Handlebars by Flowbots in this too. Green Day rocking out, as they always do. Pure, uncut rock. There might have been a Swedish songwriter on Aesop Rock's end, though. Who knows? All right, so Aesop Rock and Green Day, Coffee Stew. What would be the brain coffee or coffee stew? Which one is more appealing? Take your pick. That was actually pretty good. I thought that, the combination was I already could kind of tell what it was going to sound like just by seeing those two songs being listed as the songs you were mashing up. This is basically what I expected it to sound like. I will say some of the rhythmically it can be a little bit off, like with the Aesop Rock vocals over the Green Day instrumental. The Green Day song is actually not, I don't think it's done to a click track. Oh, it's an older mashup that you reworked a little bit. I love when people rework mashups. It's always like, it just shows like how much you've like grown as a producer. I will say, I think that the vocals are definitely a little bit high in the mix, but at first it was a little off-putting, but throughout the mashup, it started to grow on me a little bit. And I think that it's loud, but it's not like, it doesn't sound like bad loud. I do think that just rhythmically it could have been improved a little bit. I think that some of the looping of the Green Day instrumental was sounded a little bit awkward at certain points. But overall, I do think that it's a competent mashup. And I like that you just kind of let things just like, speed up towards the end and just be Green Day. Maybe if you had like some kind of like weird you probably could have like taken maybe like one thing that maybe Aesop Rock saying coffee and just slowed it down like in like Audacity or something and made it like a minute long, but it's just the one word coffee and just stretched out for like the length of a minute, and maybe just had it like, I don't know, like very subtly in the background or something. But I mean, that's just a ridiculous idea. That sometimes I do that, like I'll just stretch something out, stretch like one word out and just put it at the end of a mashup and see if anyone will pick up on it. But I do think that this does sound very good, and I mean, rhythmically it's a little awkward at certain points, but I basically did what it was supposed to do. All right. So now we will switch to the Eurovision reaction. Actually, before I do that, I kind of want to play at least one or two tracks from the new Triple Q album. Let's see. I would also like to point out that there is someone drew me on the cover when I was a little bit heavier. This is me when I was like at least 100 pounds heavier, like a year or two ago. You can submit them for next week. Just maybe $1, just $1 on Patreon, or if you subscribe on Twitch, then you can just DM me on Discord the mashup you want reviewed. But yeah, that's me from when I was heavier and had a beard and whatever. That's Neil. That's Triple Q. I think that's Pluffaduff. I think that's Dayman Our Savior, and that's DJ Cummerbund. I don't know who all of these, like, I don't know who the Toad person is. I don't know who the person with the shotgun is. I know that's Neil right there. That's Pluff. Yeah. So let's check it out. As far as I know, like I haven't seen most of these mashups be uploaded to Triple Q's YouTube channel. So let's check this out. Good For You is a new and original song which doesn't plagiarize at all. It kind of reminds me of, so there was an album, I think Death by Cancellation, where it was Sucker is a new and original song which doesn't plagiarize at all. So it's kind of a callback to that. All right, let's do it. All right, Olivia Rodrigo featuring who?
I'm in the business of misery. Let's take it from the top. She's got a body like an hourglass. It's ticking like a clock.
I tried a true mashup, but let's see what it goes into.
She caught him by the mouth. I waited a long month. She finally set him free. I told him I couldn't lie. He was the only one for me. 2 weeks we caught on fire. She's got it out for me. Biggest smile. Whoa, whatever meant to break.
Are we gonna get into? I want to know what else is added here.
It just feels so good.
The bass, the rock, the mic, the soul. I like my coffee like just like my metal with the bass, the rock, the mic, the trouble. I like my coffee like just like my metal, 'cause I can't wait for you to want me. It's been a minute, in a fucking minute. I can't wait for you to want me. It's been a minute, in a second. My shadows are the only one that walks beside me. My shallow heart's the only thing that's beating. Sometimes I wish someone would ever find me. Till then I walk alone.
That's the one note that doesn't work. Walk alone. Actually, it kind of works, but that's the only one I'm not sure about. Yeah, the Led Zeppelin vocals are good.
Maybe I'm too emotional.
It just feels so good. I guess you moved on really easily.
That's fine. Yeah, it's a good intro to the album. Kind of what I know Triple Q for. Oh God. I guess we'll maybe we'll just play one of the shorter tracks. Cutie Homie Depot or Brown Slam. Let's do, I don't know, let's just check this one out.
Come on, everybody say no, 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 no.
It's time to slam now. Welcome to the space jam. It's your chance to dance at the space jam. Wave your hands in the air if you hold them all right. We're gonna take it into time. Welcome to the space jam. Here's your chance to dance at the space jam.
That is the most Siva Gunner thing I've ever heard. That literally just sounds like, I know there's a lot of diversity across, like, you know, every Siva Gunner rip, but that just sounded like all of them simultaneously. So yeah, if you're a fan of anime, video game mashups, and weird, you know, sound collisions, definitely check out Triple Q. Triple Q is a homie. All right. That'll do it for the mashup review, but stay to the 5 people watching. I'm going to react to Eurovision. So yeah. Here we go. Oh yeah, buy mashup review buy mashup review watchers on YouTube. Have a good day.